Hello again, YouTube. This is Kenny. This is my second video, so hopefully the cuts will be a little bit smoother. But I wanted to get into another interest of mine, which is comic books. Now, I am by no means a comic guru. I couldn't tell you who was in what issue, what number, of what date. But like any good nerd, I do have some knowledge of comics, and I just want to go over a couple of my favorites. Uh, First off, would actually be one that I fairly recently discovered. It was actually last year at the Houston comic convention. It's called Hallow House, and I was actually able to meet the creator and the artist of it. Very good lady too. Even got her to sign them. Very cool. Very funny comic too. It's got a gothic basis, but it's about this girl who's been recently zombified, and she's introduced into this house. The characters are great, very creative, and the creator is this great, again, awesome girl that I met who signed them for me. And if you want to check it out, it's at thezombified.com. She hasn't updated her website in about a year or so, but I definitely wanted to touch on it because, again, a very, very good comic, very creative. Her name is Crystal Fancy Beck, aka the Elusive Zombie. Again, when I met Crystal, I talked with her a little bit. She probably doesn't even remember me, though, but she had a great personality. We talked a little bit to her how much I liked the comic. She willingly signed it for me. And so very cool. I'll provide a link, again, zombified.com. I'll tell you a little bit about her. You can order merchandise, different things like this. So another one that I wanted to touch on is Buffy. I'm a big Joss Whedon fan, which is another link I have with my girlfriend. We're big Joss Whedon's fan. I'm a big fan of Buffy and Angel. Just got introduced into Firefly, thanks to my girlfriend. And I was amazed that they canceled Firefly. It really, when I checked it out, kind of blew my mind that they canceled it. But due to the numbers, demographics, the whole thing, I'm not real sure about it. But again, back to Buffy. The reason I mentioned Buffy is because at the same comic convention that I went to, where I met Crystal and got her to sign my Hello House comics, was the great Nicholas Brendan, the guy who played Xander Harris in Buffy. Now, you know him as the goofy, geeky guy from Buffy, and he later in the comic series actually becomes a leader of all the Slayers and just, sends them where to go, different things like that. Joss Whedon, obviously, big hand in it. Their character likenesses are immaculate. But again, I did get to meet Brendan, and I also got to see his agent, and his agent kind of blew my mind because he was this cliche agent, crazy white hair, crazy suit getup. But I got to shake Brendan's hand. I didn't get to take a picture because, they charge for stuff like that, and I'm poor. So, but he did, however, did get him to sign my comic. And Kenny, you put the hell in hello. Now, I'm not real sure what to read into that, but it was always this kind of humor in the show. I get into Lady Death. Lady Death is another favorite of mine. Aside from the physical attributes of her character, it's a really cool story. Evil Ernie, very old school comic. And not a whole lot of people know about him, but he had some tie-ins with Lady Death. So I tell you what, let me go ahead and touch on my WoW guild real quick. It's called Deviants. We've been on Ravencrest Alliance side going on about a year and a half now. It's a small guild, small casual guild. I'll provide a link to the guild page. I keep it updated. I provide stuff in the forums. I do all kinds of stuff with it. I'm not the best GM in the world, but I like doing it. I like being casual about stuff. We do raids, we do events, we do all kinds of stuff. So I have recently created one on Guild Wars 2 as well. It's called Deviants 2 with a capital I and a lowercase I. I'll tell you the name. We're on Boreless Pass. And so Guild Wars 2's turned out to be great. Very great. But again, the Warcraft guilds, we're getting up there. A lot of plans for Pandaria. We're going to be doing pet battle events. We're going to be doing raids. We're going to be casually, again, all this is casual. I'm not of the mindset to be very hardcore, like, oh, no, you got to be doing this certain amount of DPS with this class, otherwise you're out, dude. Not the way I operate. And I've got some great guildies, too. One of them is going through a hard time right now, who, again, his freak. My prayers go out to her, and if you can't keep her in your prayers as well, she's going through a trial right now in her life. So if you ever come to Ravencrest, definitely look us up. And again, this is Kenny. Thanks again for checking me out, and salute.